What is up, everybody? My name is Hudson. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So, what is going on? In the last episode, we actually did a lot of stuff. I heard from you guys. I asked if you wanted me to make this an edited series or an unedited series. And an edited series would mean that I could skip and cut out all the boring parts. I wouldn't have to talk all the time. And it would be faster, more action, all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. Unedited means that it's slow. You guys get to see every single little detail. And I guess I understand why you guys want this unedited, because it is kind of a hard game to learn and get the hang of and to absorb like all the tips of like how to make everything happen. You guys want to see me do everything. You want to see my successes and my failures in all of its unedited glory, so you know what works and what doesn't work, and you can kind of join me for the whole thing. A lot of people want it edited, but a lot more people want it unedited. So we'll stick with unedited for now. Now unedited. Jeez. Thought I was doing a good thing, but you know, you listen to the people that are speaking up about it, and the only people that are speaking up about it are the people who have something to complain about, or something that they don't like necessarily, and then you think that that's the majority, and then yada yada yada. So here we are. We'll see what happens. If there's an absolute, you know, undenying demand in the future for more edited stuff, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Okay, I'm making this all up as we go. So what are we doing? We have this water sieve area with the bathroom up here. Now, is this technically... That's the wrong button. What is this? It is an 88 tile size place. Latrine. It can be maximum of 64 tiles. So we will have to actually put a roof on that. If you like it, then you should have put a roof on it. Which is kind of unfortunate, you know, because, I don't know. I didn't want to have to worry about that, especially with this gas coming in here. It's supposed to be feeding oxygen. We'll just make like a breathable tile up there, I guess. Yeah, I guess, maybe. We could expand this grow room too, or put something in this little room up here, if that's at all possible. I don't know. Maybe make another little critter area. GG. It's English. I think maybe it might not be. I increased the flow, the water flow here coming out, because our water's getting a little bit low. So I did bump this up to 920. Let's just put it like a close enough to 1,000. I think someone actually has to come by and switch that. What's the average flow rate? 920 right now. Requested flow rate 1,000. Okay, so he's gonna change that. Yeah. There we go. Now it's up a little bit. It's also going to be feeding water to the toilet systems. Is this on? No, we turned them all off. It's ready to go, right? They have a few more things to build down here, but other than that, what else is going on? Our power system is still up and running. We have coal generator, though, that's backing this all up, and it's pumping out a lot of carbon dioxide, but nobody really gives a shit about the carbon dioxide. Not yet, at least. What else? There's more stuff. The critter zone. We're gonna turn this into a place to raise some critters. Alright, so we could probably just destroy these. It's kind of ugly. These are ugly too, but I don't know what to do about that. You know, it'd be less ugly if we just completed it. If we just, like, made more ladders. My OCD would thank me later. And, we were asking what the station was for growing critters, and apparently it's the grooming station. So let's just make 2 grooming stations. Let's just make them out of iron, I guess. Just do like that and that. So they mirror each other. The rooms are small enough, right, to be, stable. 64, can be 96. Sweet. Oh, right. So wait, what does it do to have a latrine? Additional stress for duplicants. Relieve additional stress. I'm not even sure if I really care about that. The time that they're going to spend in the bathroom is going to be so insignificant. Unless it drops off a significant amount of stress. You know, like instantly. Like for every dump they take, it's minus 10 stress. I don't know. Minus 10%. Other than that. Everyone's doing well. Like really, really well. So what are we waiting on here? Our batteries are not low enough for this to kick on. Is that what's going on? This hasn't sent an on signal yet because it's not 20%. That should be running, right? That should be running, right? It's queued up. It's queued up with tons of hydrogen. It's ready to go. Probably just waiting on the battery to get low enough. Same with the coal generator. It's hooked up to the same thing. So as soon as the batteries get below 20%, or this one at least gets below 20%, Then it kicks them all on. That's what this 20 is right here. And then it turns them off at 99. So they're off currently. You know, these batteries are really low. How does that one have so much more? Maybe we should, like, bump this up to, like, 25. Yeah, see, they kicked on now. Alright. I kind of like the idea of, like, the hydrogen kicking on first, and if the hydrogen's not on, if the hydrogen stops running, then you kick on the coal generator. And you know what? We could probably do that with the AND gates and the OR gates. Let's see here. A signal from the smart battery to go... Punched my microphone. Good job. Signal to go on, right? That comes from the smart battery that goes directly to the hydrogen generator. And then if the signal for power is on and the signal from the hydrogen generator is also off, which means it wants power to be running, but the hydrogen generator can't hack it, then and only then do we kick on the coal generator. But how do I get an on-off signal from the hydrogen generator? It's only got an input. It's only got an input. So if this is on, I know, buddy. You're pissed off too about this situation? You're gonna help me figure it out, buddy? Is that what you're gonna do? Huh? You wanna come say hi? Because this is unedited. I'm just warning you. This is unedited. So if we're gonna have snuggle time, we gotta make it quick. But you and me can sit here and think about this. How do we get a signal to know if the hydrogen power is working or not, right? Because we only have the input signal from the smart battery. So it would have to be, I don't know. Let's go through the tab, buddy. Let's go through the automation tab just to see what's going on here. Clock sensor, weight plate, germ sensor, Atmos sensor, signal switch. How do we get a signal from the hydrogen? It's probably more simple than I really think it is. But, I don't know. What do you think about that? This little buddy, he loves snuggles. And I feel bad telling him no because it's just me in the house right now. And, like, he gets bored and I'm not playing with him. So, you know, he needs love. He needs some love and some snuggles. And I really want to make sure that he stays social. You know, if anyone comes over, I want him to know that people are friendly and we'll give him love. And I like when he's a very needy cat. You know, he needs a lot of attention, but I like that. I like that he is involved. He's part of the family. He's not just one of those cats that just hides under a bed and throws up and shits everywhere. He does shit everywhere, but no, he shits in the box. But he shits a lot. He's like, Dad, why are you talking about my shit to people on the internet? And like, literally, if you guys could just, like, have... If I had a better camera, you'd be able to pick up just... the unbelievable amounts of hair that come off of you. You little asshole. Unfucking believable amounts of hair. Just clumps of it, just floating. I'm that guy who goes to the store who's covered in cat hair, and it's gross. Yeah, it's gross. You also have a lot of eye boogers, you know? What's up with the eye booger thing? We took him into the vet. We asked him about the eye boogers. Ah! His hair, too, is just straight from the devil's asshole. It's just like that wispy, like, ugh. The most ticklish, coating, nasty shit ever. I hate it so much. I want to shave it all off. I want a hairless cat. Ugh. Anyways, what were we talking about? We want to somehow get this coal generator only kick on when the hydrogen generator cannot. Don't know how to do that. There's gotta be a way. Why didn't you put an output on the hydrogen generator? Why not put an output on there? Is there any way to, like, I could split up the signal, but no, there's literally no output on this thing. This would be an on or off. You know, okay. Let's see here. If we have a sensor coming... No, I literally have nothing. What are the other outputs off of this thing? Well, there's a power out, but I could just, you know, if I hooked up something to the wire, it would just be connected to all the power, so it wouldn't be able to tell if this specific machine is on or off. Enabled by automation grid, it says, hydrogen generator. Yeah, there's got to be a way to do that, you know? That's the whole point of automation, is to say, if this, not that, then this. turn this off or turn this on. I'm gonna spend the next 20 minutes trying to get all this goddamn cat hair off my face and microphone and out of my body. I wonder how much hair I breathe in. I'm not sure what this is doing here. This little, like, you know, shouldn't water even itself out? Physics? What physics? Who's physics? I don't even know the guy. Alright. We're doing really well, though. The stuff shot off again. So power's doing it. It's taking care of itself. How is our oxygen? Because it says insufficient oxygenation. We have so much oxygen, I don't even know. How are we breathing more of it than we're creating? I guess maybe we're just not spending enough time in the base, so our base is overloaded with oxygen. It's stopping because of max gas pressure everywhere. They're spending time like out here building and stuff, and they're just breathing out the oxygen that's like kind of floating around maybe. Where the hell is it going? Let me check my reports. How much low are we? We're not very low here. They're almost even. This is what we've created. This is what we've breathed in. So that's what we've breathed, you know? How's the temperature doing in here? Really good. Temperature over here. Maybe we should get some temp shift plates around this area. I'm thinking. This is slowly leaking out cold air, which honestly is good. Temp shift plates around here, just kind of like, you know, we know it's going to leak cold air. Might as well spread it out, especially up in this region, you know, around like the supercomputer, but it's doing all right. It's really cold in here. That's what 3 Wheeze-Worts are going to do. Minus, yeah, it's like negative. It's below 0, which is good. Which is good. All right. 32, I think, is it's freezing. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing and when are we doing it? Well, they're still not building this. What are we doing? What are you guys doing up here? They're picking up igneous rock. Oh, probably to go build this. Let's see. Let's put this back up to full speed here. Let's follow these guys. No, they're just delivering it. They're just delivering it to these things. They're just cleaning up. Are we not able to build these? Unreachable builds. Okay, because the ladder didn't go all the way down. I thought they could build it from down here, but it's 4 high. So they're all literally just super bored. So let's maybe just do that. I'm not sure what to do with this area after this. It's just gonna be like a pipe room. We'll figure out something to do. It'll be an open space, essentially. Assuming that I can build stuff in front of the liquid pipes. We have the groomer stations in. That's super cool. Did we research? We're not done researching the animal control. 13 out of 30. Is someone on the supercomputer? Is someone doing that research? Didn't we just put somebody on that research job? Clump of cat hair on my forehead. Nice, man. Sick, bro. Research. Where? Research assistant, research scientist. Nails is a tenured scientist. So is Nails doing it? Did I put Nails on a different priority? Research? Put like super priority on research, because otherwise she's gonna be doing other things. And if I put the priority in the research, when I say research this stuff, I want them to research it immediately. You know what I mean? Stop picking up other stuff. Stop operating things. Don't worry about it. Research the stuff, because I'll be in control of that. I have God powers to go into the research tab to say, stop researching that if I want to. Leave it up to the God powers, you know? And apparently I have God powers over the automation sensors and stuff like that, which is interesting that they don't have to change that themselves, but sure, why not, man? Yeah, sure. We're backed up on hydrogen. That makes me happy. That makes me a happy person. Which makes this stop pumping the oxygen out, which is not as good, but we don't want to fill this pipe with oxygen, because if this backs up with oxygen, then we can't get hydrogen in. The hydrogen backup is far better. Far better. Still insignificant oxygen generation. That blows my mind. Because we have too much of it. I'm sitting here like, oh, I want to shut off my oxygen generation. I'm like thinking about getting like a second electrolyzer just to pump out more hydrogen, but I can't handle more oxygen. I wouldn't even know what to do with it. I would pump it into this area or something. You know, it's a freaking waste. It's an absolute waste. You guys are just nuts. We're just gonna continue picking up stuff. Woohoo! Not cool, bro. How much organics do we have? Lots of it. I was thinking like we could go get this algae if they were like that bored. Ooh. Oh, look at that. There's a nice little table right there. There's another little, ruins? What do you want to call them? We'll call them ruins. There's another set of ruins here. And there's still this one way down here that we haven't gotten to. So we could continue on with the ladder downwards. But I don't want to distract the builders. That's the problem. I don't want to distract the builders. I just want to just distract, like, Bert and those guys who are digging who have nothing to do. Voltiver. You know, we can actually do that. If we want to be really smart about it, we can have them dig up areas like this. Like that. And then we build a ladder. When they're done with that, and actually the ladder can just like pretty much go all the way down, but we could also do some smart building again. Like this. And then, and only then, do we ladder down. That way, for the most part, we keep the diggers busy. We keep Bert, specifically, busy. Alright. That'll do. Bert's like, I'm on it! I'm on it! Let's go, Betty! Sprinting. Oh, Bert. Alright. Yeah, see, I flipped the priority switch just a little bit. Like, doink. And, voila. Now we want, since we're not researching, we want to put Nails back on what Nails wants to do. What does Nails want to do? He wants to be a farmhand. Okay, we already know that Nails wants to be a farmhand. You're like super good at farming, Nails. I just feel like maybe we should put Nails on something else. Is there anybody that's unemployed? Check that quick. No, everybody's got a job. Everybody's got something to do. Alright, these guys are gonna be busy, which is good for me. This is all built, it's all done. No wires connected, it's not powered on. Let's just say like we disable the building first, and then we plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. How do we plug it in and where do we plug it into? We should probably continue the plugins for this pump as well. And also make sure that that is disabled. It is disabled, plug it in. Whoa, what are you, drunk? What are you, drunk? No, not the destruction tool. Cancel tool. It's hard when you're so zoomed out like that. There we go. Doop, 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 doop. And then this can also come over here. Doink. Sweet, dude. I like it. I like what's going on. I like what you got going on, dude. Buddy's back for more snuggles. Like, literally, we just snuggled. And I have to say no until I can brush you. I have to brush him once a week. Minimum now. To get all that nasty hair off you. Dude, you have the worst hair of any cat. Ever. I love you, but no. We'll snuggle later. I'm getting sneezy too. I thought it was spring allergies. It's completely cat. Dude, would you just stop? Would you just knock it off? He's just sitting there jumping up and like pawing at my arm. I know. If I just like annoy the shit out of him, maybe he'll just want to leave then. If I just annoy the shit out of him. I love you so much. No. He's still loving it. He's like having a good time. Dude, I'm trying to get you to go away. Nope. Loving it. I can't even be annoying enough for him to go away. He's like, whatever. Attention is attention. Dude. See, I'm trying to tip him off. He's not getting out of my arms. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot of hair in my mouth. Welcome to petting a cat. It's my favorite game. So, now that we have a thing stuff set up, we can go into, what is it, food? Critter traps. It's kind of weird that it's in food, but I guess it makes sense. We need plastic. We need refined metals for incubators. So I can't get critters into my critter zones until I find a way to... You guys have got to be shitting on me. I need to get, let's see here. Petroleum generator. No. I need to get a oil refinery, gets crude oil, converts crude oil into petroleum. That's not even the first step. What's the first step? We need an oil rig. Extracts crude oil using clean water. Must be built atop an oil reservoir. Why the hell would I want to have a... What? I need an oil well before I can even convert crude oil into petroleum? Why the hell would that happen? How the hell... maybe I can get oil in other ways other than the oil well. I have no idea. That doesn't make any sense. And then I need a polymer press to convert to petroleum. So, oil well. Suck up the oil, put it somewhere. Take that oil, convert it into petroleum, into the oil refinery, which is also going to produce natural gas, which is, I'm going to have to deal with that. And then we can put that back into the polymer press, and then we will have plastic. So that's just the most roundabout way I could ever imagined of doing anything ever. Mini gas pump. Mini liquid pump. No, I don't care about those things. I could put a mini pump, though, to pump the water over here into this water over here at lower cost. I literally have like a linny hair in the back of my throat. I got it. Ugh. That was driving me absolutely insane. It was a clump. It's still in there, you guys! Why? It's not even worth having a cat. Yeah, it's fine if it's just floating around and making me sneeze. It's not fine. It's definitely not fine if I'm gonna choke on his hair. You're the one to rub your face on him. Yeah, backfire. Ultimate top 10 anime backfires. Alright, these guys are doing a good job. They're to the point now that they have to build a ladder, so other people have to be brought in, which is gonna get ugly, but... what are we even doing? So we should, maybe we should think about turning on the toilets. Maybe we should think about turning on the toilets. And I don't know how it's gonna work with the fact that we're trying to sieve the water and put it back into the toilet system. I think it's gonna work out pretty nicely. It's gonna sieve it up and it's gonna split it though between the water input to the pool over here and the water input to the toilet system. And what I'm kind of thinking about doing is maybe putting another water valve matching this water valve so that the water coming through this whole system, the little bit of the trickle that comes into this area is also just gonna straight up go out this area, and then the rest of it is gonna be funneled from this thing. It's gonna be funneled back into the showers and the toilets. And if there's ever a break where these fill up too fast, then it's still just gonna back up the pipe and wait to trickle over here into this area, and we can kind of turn on and off that trickle to make sure that it's not going to mess up the entire system. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense at all? I'm thinking maybe that's the right way to do this whole thing. Because otherwise it's literally, you're gonna flush and the most of it's just gonna go right over here into this. And it's gonna be split 50-50. And I don't want the 50-50 split up here. So I say goodbye. You say hello. Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We want the input on that side and the output on that side. You guys, literally every single thing that I've ever done in this game, making all of it up. Every little last bit of it is being made up. Let's get that in before we decide to break the other pipe. It's gonna be ugly, but I don't think the plants are gonna mind. Throw that out there. Just unrelenting amounts of hair. What are we doing at the grooming stations? Nothing. We can't do anything until we can get all that oil well, petroleum generators, natural gas, and blah. I don't even know where I would find an oil well. I've explored a lot, and if I haven't found an oil well by now, they're gonna have to travel a long ways. Oh, what the hell is that? It's a vending machine. Okay, haven't seen that ruined before. The night is ruined. I'd like to get up there, but it's under polluted water, and it's in an algae slime zone. So, probably not going to happen anytime soon. Probably not going to happen. How's the temperature doing in here? I haven't even thought about the temperature for a while. What is this? It's really cold granite. Why is that so cold? That's weird. Did someone just drop some cold granite from this zone or something? They probably dropped it to go to bed. Temperature is 120. What's the overheat temperature of my hydrogen generator? 257, because I think we made it out of gold. So everything in here looks like it's managing. The Wheezeworts are pumping out cold air. They're trying. They're doing the best that they can. The steam geyser is shut off because it is currently underwater. Or I think that's how it works, at least. So we could dump that water out and have it fill this area up. You know, we got plenty of room. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter right now. Let's just leave it be. We don't need the steam. We don't need the water. We don't need the heat. What's going on, you guys? They're working hard. They're getting down there. Because we're not actually doing anything else. I don't know what to do. Turn on the bathrooms, I suppose. Let's turn on the bathrooms. Let's turn on the showers. Let everyone... You know, if we're all bored, then now seems like a good time to shower. Wouldn't you think? I like how just like randomly we just all of a sudden are creating enough oxygen. Even though these things are not even pumping out any oxygen. This is still going, but it's not being pushed anywhere. Yeah, that makes no sense. It's like people have just been breathing less today. Is that... Hey, we're showering. Okay, let's watch. Let's watch what happens. They're showering, so it's trickling down. It's going to go into the water sieve. Right? Is it sieving? We probably need sand. Awaiting material delivery, filtration medium. We should maybe have a little storage compactor of sand in here. There we go. So it's gonna pump it back out. Oh, you know what? We forgot to, wait a second. Water's flowing backwards. This little pipe loop is throwing us for a loop. Deconstruct that pipe. Sooner than later, please. Water's filtering back in, but not at a fast enough pace. Like I said, it's going to be split 50-50 between these two zones. Oh, you know what? We didn't actually set this. We want to set this at roughly what that other one was set at. So we want this to always be full. We want this full up. And then the rest of it can just go away. What we don't want to do is have the water sieve running when we're not running these things. We don't want the water sieve to be like sieving other water, like, or this water for right now. That's not what we need. And we can even have a little power off switch. That would be the smartest thing, because if this fills up too high that they have to jump into the polluted water to turn that machine off, that would be less than ideal. All right, the water's backing up into here. It's perfect. Perfect. This might back up, though. That's the problem. If this backs up, then the water is not going to be able to get through to these pipes over here. So I didn't really think about that, but it's already filled up. It's going. The trickle is good. All right. Everyone's showering, so everyone's going to be feeling a little bit better. They were all grimy before, and that was a thing that was like, I don't know. Was it even affecting their stress? I'm not even sure if it was. But they're no longer grimy. So, bathrooms are in. That was a pretty smooth transition. Pretty smooth transition, if you ask me. Because you've been struck by a smooth transition. Ow. We doing okay? Sometimes when you're just like digging and building, some things happen with sand and snow. It falls on you and it covers you up and someone dies. I'm trying to avoid that. And speaking of, let's save this. We are 30 minutes into the episode. Are you sure I want to quit without saving? Whoops. Edibles are still doing absolutely fantastic. Berry sludge for days. 40,000 berry sludge. A lot of mule lice. All this stuff is working out great. Water sieve, though, is absorbing more energy that I would like to, you know. I don't necessarily like the idea of more things to use energy. But the water is going back in. And of course it's going to go back in because we're constantly trickling in water from the pump over here. I wish what would actually happen, though, would be that the water pump would just shut off for a while and it would turn back on after a while. And you know what? We might actually be able to do that in the automation tab. Hydro sensor becomes active or standby when liquid pressure enters the chosen range. So, yeah, that's how we do it. We go ahead and we put a hydro sensor right up in here, and if this is completely chock full of liquid, shut it off. It's fine, it's good. We got plenty of liquid in there. And when this all empties out and just trickles out of there, that's when you turn it back on, right? Because I don't like this constant on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. It's just stressing the system. It's unnecessary. I mean, it's totally fine, really. It's, in the long run, is it gonna make a difference with the batteries? Does the game work in that way where it's gonna, you know, absorb more energy if it's constantly turning on and off? Or is it gonna, like, damage the device? No, that's just probably my own OCD going off right there, but... You know, have it run for longer periods, have it turn off for longer periods instead of going, but whatever. I think I'm thinking too hard about it. Probably gonna happen a lot in this game, honestly. All right. Yeah, this is a good system. What we're doing right now, honestly, we could turn off the water sieve and just have the dirty water just right into the polluted water bin. Right, and that would be fine too. It's just, I don't want this to overflow at any given time. I don't have to worry about it. It is actually adding more water back into this system here, which is fine since we're getting low. All right. Maybe I'll just shut up. Maybe I won't complain. Pipe is blocked with hydrogen, I'm hoping still. Hydrogen generator is still doing great, but you know what? That's because we are also splitting between the coal generator. Like I said, I want this to use it up. But it is giving this the opportunity to gain more hydrogen up here, which is a win, is a victory for me. Because that was one of the problems. We weren't generating enough hydrogen to keep the system running. We're barely creating enough hydrogen right now. It's actually pretty dense in here, though. 1,700 grams. That's a lot. Anything over 1,000 is decent. Anything under 1,000 I would consider pretty low pressure. Alright. Bathrooms were easy, man. We've done that before, though. We've done that before. And it's not a true bathroom. It's not a true system. It's not working that well, you know, to continue to just keep itself running, but... What else do we need, you guys? What else do we gotta do? Not much. Get to that vending machine, I suppose, which is really not that big of a deal. We got to find an oil well. So that's just going to be something that we just kind of like set off in the future and kind of forget about. I thought we'd be able to raise little shitheads with terrible hair already. I don't even think these guys have hair, the hatches. No, that's the dream. I wish I had a hatch instead of a Lenny. Careful what you wish for. Let's see here. David Bowie's going to show up and take Lenny from me. Is there stuff up here? Where would the oil well even be? I would think in the slime zone. I would think the slime zone would have that, but... I am not sure. People are saying, yeah, I gotta explore more, Huts. You haven't even explored anything at all, but how am I going to go deeper when I'm already struggling to reach this area over here with the oxygen that I have? Well, you need the exosuits. Well, yes, this is true. Maybe we should try to focus on building exosuits at this point in time. Textile loom. We can do that now because we're making refined metals. Exosuit forge. Duplicants will not fabricate items unless recipes are queued. It's here. Atmos suit for duplicants to wear. Let's maybe make an Atmos suit. Where would we put that? Where would we put that? Maybe like in this area right here. Have a little Atmos suit area so that we can go down further, because I think people are saying going down would be a good option. Down and up are a lot, there's a lot more room there than there is going left and right, because this is already the side of the map here, and this is going to be the side of the map right over here. Done. Look at that. Oh, we've already seen that. I thought that was new. So yeah, probably an Atmo thing. Yeah, down here in this area. There's just so much carbon dioxide. There's not like oxygen to get to the thing first. We could dig this out a little bit right here and expand this, but once again, that's carbon dioxide. There's no oxygen. We're closer to the oxygen in our base to get down to it. And how do we refill the exosuit with oxygen? We can make an exosuit thing right here, but shouldn't it be like on the on the skirts of the where we are? I don't know. They could put it on here and then go out and explore wherever. Let's just plan for this room right here. I don't really know what I'm doing, so if we put it in the wrong spot, we can always change it later. Requires environmental protection research. We should probably research some more things. And we should get ready to be able to make plastic, honestly, but what else? What else we have? Metal refinery, so we can produce metals, outputs, heated liquid. That sounds better than wasting a bunch of shit on the rock granulator, but the positive thing about the rock granulator is that it makes sand. Let's research smelting. And then after the smelting, what would we like to have? Liquid shut-off. Automatically turns liquid flow on or off using automation technology. That would be something that we could turn on. Yeah, we could maybe use that pressure sensor with the liquid shut-off valve. There's the hydro sensor. Transit tubes! I really would like to have transit tubes. So let's see here. We have the exosuit that leads us into the transit tubes, which would be super cool to get, I think, eventually. Plastic ladders, comfy beds, and plastic tiles. We don't have plastic yet. I'm assuming we need plastic for that. We need plastic for the transit tubes. Maybe even plastic for the exosuit. I have no idea. Exosuit overlay. I don't understand why you would need an overlay for exosuit. All of this is so new to me. Oh yeah, and then the steam turbine is also something I would really like to have. And there's like things like conductive wires and heavy conductive wires that I don't understand. I don't understand what these are supposed to be doing. Low resistance conductors. Huh. No clue, man. Alright, where are we at? 37 minutes. I think this is enough time for this episode, you guys. In the next one, we'll figure out what to do with our spare time. There's lots of things we can do. We just have to like kind of sort it to get it all in order. So we know what to start on. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one. See you guys.